Hello everybody, Storm here, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, the modern-day Italian campaign featuring the Millennium Dawn mod. In the last episode, we reorganized our forces, pushing most of our armies towards the Chinese border, because China is going to be our next major project. What the goal is to stage a coup, which we're working on staging a coup. Well, we're boosting popularity. Where is the staging coup? Right there. It'll happen on the 22nd of July of 2016, so right around March or so, we need to begin justifying a war against the communist Chinese regime. So we're going to split the country between the communists and the monarchists. We're going to create a faction with the monarchists, and we're going to join, and defeat the communist Chinese and restore the Chinese Empire. That is the plan. This is going to be a little bit, I think, possibly tougher than defeating Russia for only the fact that they have a lot more troops. They have a lot more troops in the field. Now, we are going to be cutting that in half, roughly, when we declare the coup, when the coup fires. So we'll see how it goes. So what we're really going to need is we're going to need, well, a lot more troops, but we're not going to get that many that quickly. One thing I've noticed that I forgot to do, I reorganized the production list a little bit, moving the aircraft back down. The issue is that we don't have any steel for our ships right now. We are working on building some more steel refineries. But they're going to take a little bit to come online. So, what I'm thinking we're going to end up doing is changing our export focus or our export laws, trade laws, to limited exports. Because I was looking at this. I'm kind of going all over the place right now. But is that we're trading away quite a lot of steel. We're trading away over 400 steel right now to, well, almost everyone. So, we need to, because if we do that, we might actually go surplus steel. I have to see. Alright, well, that's kind of one thing we're working on. But what I was going to talk about is that we're not training troops right now. We're trading garrison forces, which we're going to keep doing that until our garrison force is up to 60, I think. Which we're going to need 15 more divisions, which means we just need 3 of these. Right? I think that's the way that's going to work. I don't know. Cancel deployment lines. And let's reset them back up. It'll kind of mess things up a little bit, but it won't be that big a deal. There we go. So I need to get the cavalry brigades retraining again, and I want to make a new army of 60 of these. Deploy them to Venice. So I think we'll go with 10 divisions in 6 runs. Or we can go with 20 divisions. It looks like we have the equipment for that in 3 runs. And I probably actually want to start putting together a new armor army as well. Let's see, we'll drop over here. We'll do them in 3 runs of 8. Alright, there we are. Let's go ahead and pause. Let's get this thing just rolling. We do have some free military factories. Which, let's get them making tanks. We have one more. I guess we'll go with motorized rocket artillery. No, I need a lot more steel. And some more chromium. I think we can actually get the chromium. Just get it from Turkey for now. We're exporting 40 chromium to the United States at the moment. We're exporting a bunch of tungsten. Yeah, we really need to do this to reduce how much stuff we're actually needing to import. We're not actually exporting that much oil, which is really weird. Alright, actually, one thing I want to do is I want to take this army and I want to deploy them to the Chinese front. I just want to make sure that we're going to have enough troops over here where we need it. Now, the thing is, I don't know exactly where the coup is going to happen, so I can't really set up battle plans at the moment until I see where the coup is going to fire. Now, one thing I can do is let me bring the Marines into theater. And my paratroopers. I can bring them into theater as well. On boats.
Commanding.
There'd be one thing that we would probably really want to do in this mod, but I don't know if it's possible in the game, is to enable some sort of air transport. Because really, in modern military, you wouldn't be shipping these troops over the water. We would be loading them onto like C5 Galaxies or C-130s and flying them where they need to be. So alright, Kyrgyzstan is starting to get some issues with supply. Infrastructure problems. Which we can try and fix some of that. Let's see. I think that one is going to be the more important one. Alright, well, we've gotten pretty much all of the civilian factories repaired, and we're working on getting the military factories repaired, which are almost done. And all of our shipyards have been repaired. So how much political power do I need to make this change? 250. Okay. Only making 0.3 per day. Could I change this a little bit? We cover Anatolia. Gains an annex war goal against Germany. We don't really need that. So I think we're just going to go ahead. We're going to cancel the focus for now. We don't really need that repair focus anymore. We got a lot of infrastructure that needs to be repaired, but it's not critical anymore. I would much rather have the political power at this point. Are we actually suffering attrition over here? A little bit. Let's get this. Let's just prioritize it all. As long as we're building these resource factories. Alright, it's November. Now, there's also one other interesting thing I noticed when I was looking at the faction map. Is that the Ukraine, is in a faction. I was like, who are they in a faction with? They're in a faction with Liechtenstein, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And I was like, Liechtenstein? Who in the world is Liechtenstein? I had to actually Google it to figure out who they were. Apparently, it's a tiny little country sitting right here in between Austria and Switzerland. Well, at least what used to be Switzerland in my game anyway. So that's actually pretty interesting because since Ukraine is not in its own, well, is in its own faction, it can't join NATO. What? Somali Sultanate goes to war? Somali Sultanate declared war on Somalia. Okay. And apparently there is a... Okay, so these are the Islamists in Somalia. These guys are reactionary, and apparently now Sudan is also dealing with an Islamist civil war as well. Alright, so we got some new gear. 2018 is a little ahead of time. We've improved, well, except for our military police. Suppression bonus. We could. 2018, we're working on this. This is all done. Any ships that we can research? 2018. I'm already working on the better subs. Planes? Already working on these. Let's see. Advanced 3D manufacturing. Let's go for it. 456 days is actually not bad. What do we have here? Some more Marines. Let's bring them over there. And actually, one thing we're probably going to want to do is bring our our ships into theater. Let's see, these are only level 1 naval bases. Two carrier groups. Basically, it's all I've got. Oh, let's see. We actually have a bunch of ships. Oh, we can probably actually make a new carrier group. Let's see. Some missile cruisers. Let's see. These are frigates. Wow, these are like just generically named frigates. 10 frigates. 10 destroyers. 20 corvettes. All corvettes. That should be fine. I'm going to call this the 3rd carrier group. Let's give you an admiral. Naval AA attack. Alright, Somalia took one state. The Somali Sultanate was annexed. Okay. Ooh, our Gen 3 UCAVs are done. Spotting chance. Let's just go with you. I'm actually going to keep you in these waters. Move you to Genoa just so I can keep a better eye on you. And we need to pick some new things. Gen 5 bombers, a 30% research bonus. Let's just go ahead and take care of MPs, I guess. And if we're going to go ahead to 2018... let's do infantry equipment. Net Warrior. Do it. Alright, so we have our bunch of new stuff to put in here. Our new APCs. And our new UCAVs, which I need to go remind myself what we're going to name those, so just a second. Alright, there we go. It is the Piaggio Celex, if I'm pronouncing those right, P1HH Hammerheads. Alright. Alright, the 178 political power. How goes my training? First batch of 20 divisions are going to be out in March 2016. That's actually good. First batch of new armored divisions are going to be out in June 2016. Okay. We can go ahead and just push you out. Oh, new subs. Commandi. And we're going to go ahead and continue working on our infantry equipment. Lightweight small arms. And we're going to switch up and we're going to start making new submarines. 29 subs. We are now part of the Security Council. Our delegation has been elected to the United Nations Security Council as one of the representative nations of our region. I'll veto Security Council decisions. I don't know if this actually does anything yet, because I haven't gotten any events for any UN Security Council decisions. That may be something that they're working on or eventually planning to do. Let's see, we need 2 corvettes. Do we have 2 corvettes? No, we're not building any new corvettes because we don't have enough steel. I could always just go ahead and buy it temporarily, I guess. Just buy some from Australia. Apparently also now short rubber. And we continue to be short chromium because apparently Turkey has decided to stop selling it to us. $40 chromium. I don't want to get it from Russia. Let's see, we'll get as much as we can. The Salerno to Reggio Calabria motorway. After more than 50 years of works, this motorway has opened. The motorway underwent heavy modernization, and in many cases, a completely new parallel motorway was built alongside the original one. Involved in most cases, a complete rebuilding or replacement of the road, where the alignment was retained. Now the motorway is finally opened. Going to and from Calabria is going to be way easier, considering that a half a century ago was considered the 3rd island of Italy due to the nature of the terrain. Oh, nice. Alright, pretty much all our efforts right now are on China. What I'm probably going to do here is, let's see, naval base, naval base. I don't have a really good naval base here. So let's go ahead and build up this naval base on priority. I'm going to move my carrier group here. To be able to protect the Persian Gulf and the Red Sea from any potential Chinese invasion. And I probably want to separate off these subs. Do we have someone who's good at Wolfpack? There you are, Sea Wolf. Just call it Subfleet 1 for now. And they're going to get ready for some commerce raiding. $248. We almost have the 250 political power that we need to make this change to our exports. Then we have to change up all of our imports and exports around. There we are. Limited exports. Do it. Alright, so now we have surpluses of aluminum. You know, surpluses of rubber. We don't need this anymore. We can reduce that. We have surplus of tungsten, which we're going to run into a little bit of trouble with when we go to war with China, but that's okay. We have lots of surplus steel now. We no longer need to import steel at all. We don't need this, we don't need this, and we don't need that. I think we need to retain our imports from Australia, though, for chromium. Alright. So that's good. And we're almost done all of our repairs. Italian theater. Oh yeah, we're still having a bit of a supply problem here. Previous bottleneck. It's coming through here, actually. See if we can get this fixed. Alright, it's now March. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin justifying war. Oh, I got to pick somewhere. Let's just pick somewhere in the middle of the country. And let's switch over to... construction engineering. No, we're not going to do this. Army training, division training time. Yes, we're going to go with that. Alright, so let's take a look at how this is going to turn out. Coup is going to fire on the 22nd of July. The 26th of July, we're going to get our war goal. So it'll be 4 days before we can then declare our own war and then create our faction. Hopefully nothing goes sideways in those 4 days. Which they should only be able to join a faction with a monarchist state. And the only independent monarchist state right now is me. So they shouldn't be able to join NATO. They shouldn't be able to join the European coalition. They shouldn't be able to join the African Union either. If I understand things correctly. Alright, there are the 20 divisions of our new army.
Pronto, signore.
Let's create that new army. They're going to need a field marshal. Logistics wizard, I guess we'll go with you. And we'll give you a pinkish purplish color. There we go. Sudan took 2 states. Alright, so which Sudan won? Okay. The Islamists won? But they're like 52% reactionary. Islamists is only 4%. That's not a good recipe for stability. When your nation is being ruled by something that only has 4% support.
Si, signore.
All right. I'm not going to move these 20 divisions in yet. So it's probably just going to make things cause a problem. All right. So we actually now have free factories. I think what we're going to want to do is look at our imports. What are we importing a lot of? Aluminum, rubber, tungsten. We're importing it from China. So, I probably want to build some more tungsten. We need 80 of it. 5 at a time. So that's what? 16? I'm doing the math in my head, right? Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's see, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We still have a deficit of light mechanized. Is this attrition really causing that much loss? I mean, all of our units in the field should be okay. So what we're short is actually stuff for our new divisions. We apparently also have an infrastructure issue over here. Naval base limit. Because of our Marines. Redeploy the Marines over here. Redeploy these guys over here as well. Across there, and then that should free things up. Yes. And then this should take a little bit of the load off. There we are.
Ordini?
I guess you guys should just sit here at this air base. Be ready for pair operations as needed. Also, the thing is, we got 2 fleets sitting here that need to be supplied as well. Alright, well, we are at the end of this episode here. We should probably be able to get to the Chinese War by next episode. So, we'll see how that goes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you next time.